everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching another episode of Seinfeld, showing it to Casey here for the first time. This is The Contest.
So this is the second episode I've ever watched of Seinfeld before. I know we're doing it out of order. I'm sure some people probably are like, that's crazy. But here we are. I enjoyed the first episode a lot. I thought it was really cool how they did kind of take elements of just kind of like the ordinary, like the average experience, and just made it funny in a way, but also relatable. And like, it wasn't even like they were overly making jokes about things. It was just like those moments that you find yourself in are sometimes kind of funny to look back on, and then seeing people going through that too. Yeah, it's cool.
So the episode that we showed Casey first was the Chinese restaurant, and like even like the idea of something that was brought up in that episode was like Elaine going to like the table and like, hey, if you go take one of their egg rolls and eat it, I'll give you $50, but that's gonna be a story for them. Like that in and of itself is kind of like a funny aspect. Like if that were to happen to you, it would be a funny story. It'd be like, hey, some random person just walked into my table and ate an egg roll and said, thank you very much. You know, that's like a funny concept. And that's what I feel like this show does so well, is that it takes these little mundane nothings that people go through on a daily basis and they make it a really funny story between like these four friends, which Casey hasn't seen Kramer yet. Kramer, I know for a damn fact, is in this episode, so she's gonna have her first introduction to Kramer here. But I've been really excited to show Casey Seinfeld for a very long time, and if you want to watch our full-length reactions to this series where you sync up a copy of your Seinfeld with us and watch it from beginning to end with no cuts, or be ahead of our YouTube posting schedule, you can do that by checking out our Patreon down in the comments below, and also drop recommendations for other episodes you want to see her react to for the first time down there. Down there, comments below, down there. I don't know if I said it first, but regardless, drop them down in the comments below and maybe we'll pick it for next time.
Hey, George. Hi.
Hi.
What's the matter?
My mother caught me.
Caught you what?
I was alone.
Oh.
I stopped by the house to drop the car off, and I went
So
inside for a few minutes.
Oh my gosh.
They're supposed to be working. My mother had a Glamour magazine. I started leaping forward. Looked like she was gonna faint. She started clutching the wall, trying to hang on to it.
Man.
I didn't know whether to try and keep her from falling or zip up.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do?
I zipped up. All she said on the way over in the car was, "Why, George, why?" I said, "Because it's there." I am never doing that again.
No chance.
You think you could?
Well, I know I could hold out longer than you.
Care to make it interesting?
Oh, are they gonna make a bet?
Remember, this episode's called The Contest.
$100?
You're on.
Wait a second. Count me in on this.
Well, how are they gonna verify?
I want to be in on this too.
Oh, no. Oranges.
What?
It's a
Why?
different
Why?
thing because you're a woman. Easier for a woman not to do it than a man. We have to do it. It's part of our lifestyle.
You want to be in?
Yeah.
You got to give us odds. At least 2 to 1. You got to put up $200.
No, 1,000.
Obviously, we all know each other very well. I'm sure we'll all feel comfortable within the confines of the honor system.
It?
Pinky swear.
Oh, Ma, I'm not going to see a psychiatrist. Hey, what are you doing tonight?
Stay with Marla.
Oh, the Virgin?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, look at this. Come here. There's a naked woman across the street.
Oh my gosh.
Who walks around the house like that?
Maybe she's a nudist. You know those nudists calling people.
And she's in her own place.
Yeah.
They're just watching for so long.
Where's my money? Who caved?
Not me.
Not me.
What are you looking at?
There's a naked woman across the street.
What did you go do?
I'm out.
Oh!
That's what he went to go do?
I figured when he left.
Yeah, I'm out of the contest. Well, it was that woman across the street. You know, you better be careful, buddy. She's gonna get you next.
I don't understand you. I really don't. You have nothing better to do at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I go out for a quart of milk. I come home and find my son treating his body like it was an amusement park. Too bad you can't do that for a living. You'd be very successful at it. You could sell out Madison Square Garden. People could watch you. You could be a big star. I want you to go see a psychiatrist.
Hello, Aunt Estelle. Look
look at you. How did this happen?
Is that important, really?
Hi, Denise. 6:30, time for your sponge bath. Is it 6:30 already?
Oh goodness. He's gonna get tested. The shadows?
Yeah, television.
Oh,
Let me help you out with that. Here, just slip it over your head.
What is it you're doing exactly? George, your cousin Shelley is talking to you.
You're gonna thank me for getting you in here.
Why is that?
See the guy with the dark hair and the red shorts?
Oh my God. John F. Kennedy Jr.'s here.
It was in the 90s.
I can get you a spot right behind him. He has got a great butt.
Great butt. John John's butt.
John John's butt.
Let's slow it down a little. You're okay with that, right?
What, do you think I care about the sex?
I'm assuming it doesn't count if it's with somebody else.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna happen the way she's talking. He's restless. And he's restless. And she's restless because of JFK Jr. Sleeping like a baby.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Looks like shit.
I am going over to her apartment, and I'm telling her to put those shades down.
Wait. What did you just say?
I can't take it anymore.
Why don't you close your own shades?
I can't sleep. I can't leave the house. And I'm here. I'm climbing the walls. Meanwhile, I'm dating a virgin. I'm in this contest. Something's got to give.
You can't.
His
This
jacket's
is
so
something that comes
nostalgic.
about once in a lifetime.
What?
Don't do it for my sake. God knows I don't ask you for much.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Oh.
Thank you.
So he can go look out the
She's
window.
not there.
Oh, I can wait.
The nurse was giving her a sponge bath?
Every night at 6:30.
Well, I guess you'll be going back to that hospital.
Oh, my mother, Jerry.
John F. Kennedy Jr. He was working out in front of me. After the class was over, I timed my walk to the door so we'd get there at the exact same moment. And he says to me, quite a workout.
He talked to you?
Quite a workout? What did you say?
I said, yeah. So we're walking and talking, and he asked me my name. And I think I said Elaine, but I mean, who the hell knows? And so then he says to me, do you want to split a cab uptown?
What? Really?
Even though I was going downtown.
She just said yes.
And I was close to your block, so I
Is
said,
this for
"You're right."
real?
So he cut me off in front. And then I had to take a cab all the way back downtown to my house.
Are you still master of your domain?
I don't know how prevalent it is now, but master of their domain is like a thing that came from this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this show had so many quotes that stem from it.
For 2 days in a row, you didn't have to do this.
My mother.
You just want to see the sponge bath at 6.
Maybe you could run down to the deli and get me a sandwich.
A little later.
I don't understand why you can't do this for me.
I just got here, Ma. I'd like to spend a little time with you.
Oh my gosh.
10 minutes. Here, have some Tic Tacs.
6:30, time for your bath.
Gosh.
George.
Does she not caught on?
Hang on, Ma, hang on.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Did her hair? She's about to go work out.
You know who isn't here? I think you made quite an impression on him yesterday.
What? What impression?
Let me just put this back.
No.
He asked about you.
He asked about me? John Kennedy asked about me? What did you say?
Said you were just his type.
What?
He also told me to tell you he'll be in your neighborhood tomorrow around 9 o'clock. So he's going to stop in front of your building if you want to come down and say hello.
Oh no! Kramer.
Nothing. I'm watching Tiny Toons here on Nickelodeon. I like kids shows. They're very innocent, wholesome quality. Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
It's like Kramer's like a peeping Tom.
That's good. That's very, very good. Well, it's hot in there. It's hot in there, so just walk around. Yeah,
You're narrating it.
Wheels of the bus
just
go
so
round
hot
and
in
round, 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 round.
Trying to keep his mind off of it.
Across the block has nothing on.
those socks?
I don't know.
I think those are my socks.
They look so good to me, I had to have them.
Yeah, well, they're my socks.
They're my socks.
Oh, boy.
What are we doing?
They're having a short fuse.
Hello.
Oh!
What happened?
It was, John.
No.
It's you and me.
And then there were two.
Elaine Venice Kennedy.
Junior?
Let's go in the bedroom.
Really?
She's ready.
I know how difficult this must have been for you.
You don't know the half of it.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. Is he gonna ruin it?
Contest? A contest? This is what you do with your friends?
Well, no,
Oh no! Why did you say anything?
just a bet. I mean, it actually started with George and his mother.
To think how close I came to you being the one.
Oh my gosh.
Just that quick.
Hi. Oh, I'm glad I ran into you. I don't want to have anything to do with you or your perverted friends.
What happened?
I told her about the contest.
She's a wacko.
They're so horrible for not doing it.
I thought you were meeting Kennedy.
I didn't show.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god, I gotta go.
Why did you even go back in?
I gotta go.
No, he just left. He was out there talking to Marla.
Ah!
Yeah, I think
Marla!
she was like, crying and he was consoling her. And then she got into his car and they just drove away.
Oh my gosh.
He left with Marla the Virgin.
Marla the Virgin Jr.
Oh my God in heaven.
Is that?
Kramer?
What? With the woman across?
He's waving.
Is that Marla? Oh my god.
It was wonderful.
Oh my gosh. So, I'll tell you that this was one of the heavy hitters for Seinfeld.
I really like how it's just like a friend dynamic. I feel like that's really fun, and I know that this came later, but it kind of reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. Which,
I thought you were gonna go there.
Yeah, that's a show I really love, but like you can definitely see how this probably influenced a lot of sitcoms later that came after the fact.
Absolutely. I feel like I had heard somewhere, I haven't done the research, but that this type of edginess and having a episode surrounded around people pleasuring themselves was a foreign concept for cable television or just like television back in the day.
It's also funny the aspects like JFK was just like involved, and at first I was like, is that even for real? But it was. It's just like, oh yeah, JFK.
JFK Jr.
JFK
John.
Jr.
I had forgotten about that element of it, to be honest. I did not remember that at all. I did remember, I think the most vivid thing to me, I feel like, was when Kramer left the apartment and then came back immediately after and said, I'm out. So Kramer is a very eccentric character, obviously. I feel like you probably picked that up from this episode. This is your first episode that you've seen with Kramer in. He's had a lot of other funny moments, but honestly, they all do. They all kind of play their role. Obviously, Jerry, actually, he hasn't really gone into it just yet in the show, but he is a comedian in the show as well, too. I want to say at different points in time, George worked for the Yankees in some role, and he's probably had other jobs, but I think that was kind of like a jab that his mom was throwing at him, too. It's like, oh, if you could just do that for a living, you'd be so successful. And I actually forgot what Elaine does, too. So, I mean, there's going to be things that are refreshers to me as well. But like I said, I don't really feel like you need that to enjoy this because the plot is right then and there. As long as you know it's these four friends and like whatever sort of excursion or adventure they're going on, I feel like, you know, the plot doesn't need to necessarily be built so much further than that. Obviously, it does enhance it, but this was really funny just as a singular plot right here and now.
I also really love the 90s vibes. I think that that's awesome.
I feel like Elaine's hair gives me the most 90s vibes. And then they wear a lot of jackets too. I've seen like George and Jerry wear like those windbreakers. You know, wind never stood a chance in the 90s. But if you have any other recommendations for Seinfeld episodes, drop them in in the comments below. Maybe we'll pick them next. I want to keep showing Casey these episodes because I feel like they're really funny, and I myself have been wanting to revisit a lot of them, so this is kind of an excuse for me, but also giving Casey a little bit of culture as well.